for the purpose of integration in French Cameroon. It was a Southern Cameroon's issue. So when that spark came in 2016, it didn't take a long time for the thing to catch fire, as it were.
When that thing came in 2016, it didn't take time for it to catch fire. That is what this man is saying. And take note. What he is saying is, we have been planting seeds of division. We've been planting seeds of cessation. We've been planting these seeds for a very long time. That is why when 2016, you thought maybe the teachers and the lawyer went out and they were demanding certain rights, and all of a sudden, oh, the military came in. No, the president knew you guys were ready, just as you were getting yourselves ready for this. They were getting ready for you. And again, the military in Cameroon is so formidable. They have not deployed any war strategy. You are the one calling it war. They have not yet called it war. So if this is war for you already, then when war starts, you will understand what you just got yourself into. This is not war. And I'm making this clear. It is not war. If this was war, you would have felt the energy coming out of the military in Cameroon. Right now, you're still shooting and running. War has not started. There's no war. And even if you attempt to engage in a war, you'll be crushed really fast. And every soldier on the ground knows that, including those in the diaspora. They might be confusing you into this, but they know that they cannot dare what they are attempting. This man is instigating you, saying, oh, if you saw those documents, you will go out there and shoot the next British man. This is seed that he's sowing in you. Dare it someday. I know someday some people will be foolish enough to try that. You're going to feel it so bad that you will regret the day you were born. I guarantee you. Try it. This is another seed. Gojindika sowed a seed. You can pick up a gun right now. As young men, it's your time to pick up the gun. And you guys tried it. Now you're feeling the heat.
Engagement. You have to engage with people at the level of thinking, conception, theories, and so on. Leave the individual aside. What is he saying? That is the kind of engagement we ought to have.
I'm glad that he just made mention of that. That is him breaking down the fallacy of ad hominem, right? Leave the individual aside. What is he saying? I'm using a video of your mentor, your founder, right? Professor Anyangwe, Gojin Dinka, and Martin Jume. These are the individuals that put you in this mess. And he is clear that you leave the individual aside and listen to what he is saying. But you guys keep committing the same fallacy every time here. You keep committing the same fallacy. You come here, you attack my youth, you say, oh, the La Republic has paid you. You are doing what your leader is saying you should not do. That when you come engage in thinking, I want you to reason. Don't just throw words and insults. Think. Because that is what led you to where you find yourself, because you refused to think. And that is why they manipulated you. And he is encouraging you to even think. And yet you won't. And when you come here, I ask you questions. None of you have been able to give me answers to the questions that I've asked. How do you plan to achieve your independence, and how long? Right? And if you say you want federation, how do you plan to disarm the young men on the ground? What is your plan for disarmament? No answer. We just want, right? The same thing. We want independence. Okay, what does that look like? Let's look at how independence look like. What does it mean to achieve independence? Okay? So these are questions that we must engage in. As rational human beings, we are not animals. We are created to think. Okay.
But our people have gotten this easy habit, getting into a machine, and you think the more you insult, the better you are.
So this doesn't work, right? He's attesting to that. The more you insult, you think you're better because you insulted me. Think. Think, my people. This is time to use your brain. Even your mentor is encouraging you to use your brain. They've injected you with hatred. They have injected you with confusion. They have injected you with this pain of cessation and division, that thinking has escaped your threshold.
Frankly, people just laugh at you because actually you're making no contribution at all. So in this stage which we are now, I think we have two big camps. One camp I call the progressive, the other I call the reactionary forces. The progressive forces are those who stand for an independent Ambazonia, without any apology at all for that.
So, according to him, the progressives are those who stand for an independent Ambazonia. But if you look at the progressive idea from the West, in America, for example, it is an inclusive idea. The progressives are those who want everyone to come together. But from his definition, this is how they take words, twist them, and manipulate you, subjugate you, confuse you, tyrannize you. Open your eyes, my people. If you guys understand what is going on, you will not allow these individuals at any event in your community. You will not want to see any of them and their students, Cho Ayaba, Chris Anu, and the rest. If you open your eyes for 1 minute, I'm telling you, you will not want to see these individuals in their community. You will not want to see them at all. If you think for 1 minute, say, no, let me just break down these problems. Let me just look at how it started. Let me look at the thinking behind this. Let me look at the logic. How can a name move from Federation to United to the Republic of Cameroon, and then all of a sudden you came up with the logic? We'll get to that soon. How did you arrive at the conclusion that your logic for this moving from step 1 to step 2, step 3, unity, and then we move to the Republic of Cameroon, and you say that is cessation? And then you follow that logic and created a movement, pick up a gun, and you're ready to go die because of that logic. This is how we break down things. This is how we think. I don't want to think for 1 minute that Cameroonians or Anglophones are stupid. They are not. Just use your brain. You'll see what is going on.
The reactionary camp are called them fusionists. They want us to fuse in French Cameroon. Sometimes they are called unionists, sometimes they are called decentralists, sometimes they are called unitarists, whatever name you give them. But of course, for those who stand for independence, you know they are demonized as what? We are extremists, we are terrorists, we are secessionists. I've told you, why do you even bother about those adjectives? Right from 61, they are characterized as terrorists.
Right from 61, they've categorized us as terrorists. Did you hear that? This thing never started today. Do not fool yourself and deceive your people that it started in 2016. 61, they have been meditating this. I just listened to their content. It's just that, just listen. You will find the truth. It's right before you. All you have to do is dig a little bit. It's right before you.
Look at the papers way back. Every time for right to acquire, we are secessionists, and so what?
For people to say we are secessionists and so what? You're for division and so what? You're for leading your people into war and so what? They don't give a damn. They don't care about you at all. The consequences of their theories and their philosophy, they care little about the effect on your life. Do you understand? Most of them are in safe places. They don't bother about you. They have their children abroad, have their life abroad. They don't care about you. Somebody has lived in the UK, lived in Norway, or lived in America for 20, 30 years. How has the government in Cameroon affected you abroad for this past 20 to 30 years that you are this angry? If you are not a tyrant with an agenda. But you guys have failed. Okay? You failed. You will not do this to our people. You will not do this to us. That is why I'm here to enlighten us so that we will not be manipulated anymore. You will not sell the oil and divide the money like you guys plan to. No. We will develop ourselves. We'll be creative. We'll make use of human resource and not natural resource. Human resource is the greatest resource. Facebook did not build this company through resource. Bill Gates did not build Microsoft through resource. Apple, not through resource, through the brain. If you lack that, stay on the side and watch us. I'm glad that you recognize that the youth see better than you guys. Stay on the side and just watch us, and you'll see what we do in this generation with everything that we have at our disposal. Don't turn us against our leaders. Don't turn us against our country. Don't turn us against our government. Don't turn us to be disrespectful people. The people, especially from Bamenda, we are very respectful people. We respect elders. Don't take this away from us. Please, leave us alone. Leave us alone. We love. We are kind people. We love strangers. We respect elders. Don't turn young people against their parents. Don't frustrate the destiny of young people. This is what your ideas have produced. Please. You're raising new ones right now. That in the next 20, 30 years, they will emerge with the same ideas. But we are putting an end to that in this generation. I repeat again, before I go down to my grave, if there's any problem in Cameroon, it will be a current system of government that the people don't like and they want to change that. It will not be an Anglophone fighting against a Francophone. That story will be of the past before I leave this world. This seeds of division, no. All right, if you like this video, you're gonna like this other episode, and you can watch it by clicking right here.